It's time for Let's Chat with Russtek, a podcast dedicated to helping entrepreneurs just like you. When starting out, entrepreneurs often feel they need to go it alone, and I'm here to tell you that's just not the case. Entrepreneurs have a lot of questions, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Nick Russell, and this is Let's Chat with Russtek. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Chat with Russtek. My name, of course, is Nick Russell, like I mentioned last week when I reintroduced myself. Now, this week I want to talk about becoming an expert. How did you become an expert in your industry? Now, it's funny, when I look back to many years ago when I was at the beer store, a local or an Ontario-based retail outlet for the major brewers to sell their beer. Now, when I was there, it started out as a part-time job while I was in school, and it kind of grew into a career for 16 years. But I didn't realize how much of an expert I was becoming. To me, I called it homework. I wanted to know the product. I wanted to know the beers that I was selling. And that kind of helped me better serve my customers. I didn't think anything about it back then. I still enjoy beer, but I really enjoyed beer and learning about each product, how it was made, the distribution side of things. So I kind of did anything and everything I could to learn about how the beer store ran, how the major brewers operated, how the craft brewers, when they started to really boom and grow, I wanted to know how that system worked, and then how different beers were brewed, how to pour them, how to serve them. I kept learning. Now, when you get into marketing or running your business, I had no idea how much I was learning and how much that applied to what I'm doing now. Back then, I started to become the dreamer, and I started learning about everything. And then I became the reporter. And what that was in that location, or like in that industry, I would take all the knowledge that I learned, and every day, every night, whenever I worked, I would take that knowledge, all that stuff that I'd learned, and I'd tell that to the customers. I would teach and educate the customers. Anybody that had a question about beer, they always came to me. I was the beer guy. Even if I was in the back cooler or I was in the office area, I got called up if there was a beer question. So I got to report everything that I learned to the customers, and that slowly helped me become an expert in that industry. Now, for what I'm doing now, and this is something that Russell Brunson talks about in his Expert Secrets book, and I've talked about that 1,000 times over. But on this journey, especially in the marketing space, you have to kind of, what I'm doing right now, you have to take everything that you learned, kind of turn it into your own, build your own frameworks out of everything that you've learned, and then become the reporter. Start teaching, start educating, start providing value to your audience. Everything that you've learned about what you're doing, then you kind of shift into the reporter phase, and you're contributing to your audience and providing as much value as possible so they can learn from you and grow. And eventually what's going to happen is they're going to take that knowledge, that value that you gave them, build their own frameworks around it, and then provide that value to their customers, their audience, to serve them better. And that's the best part about being an entrepreneur, is me teaching and helping others grow so that way they can take everything that they've learned from me and other entrepreneurs, other marketers, whatever the case may be. They can take that, provide value to their audience. And that's the coolest thing about this, is seeing everybody build frameworks from everything that they've learned, whether it be from me, other marketers, other entrepreneurs, and spin that around to help grow their audiences as well. Now, for me right now, I'm in a really cool spot. I'm about to shift some things, and because of that, I've got room for two spots, right? Two spots I can take on two clients to help you grow your business. So all you're going to have to do is at the bottom of this podcast, at the bottom of this YouTube channel, you'll see a link there, rustekmedia.com/grow. Just fill out the form, send me an email, and we'll set up a call where we can just have a conversation and we can see if and how I can help you grow your business online. So all you have to do is head to rustekmedia.com/grow, and I'd be more than willing to have a conversation with you. Again, I've got two spots left, so they should fill up hopefully rather fast. So don't wait. Click that link, and I can't wait to have a conversation to help you grow. Now, that's it for this podcast. So hopefully you got a little bit out of it. Hopefully I provided some value to you, and I can't wait to chat with you again next week.